Hello friends, I am Gaurav, and you all must remember the recent Russia-Ukraine war. But do you know that this war has prevented aliens from contacting the Earth? No, I am not kidding. Basically, there has been unidentification during this war. I know, it sounds a bit illogical, right? I mean, till now we don't even know the name of aliens. So how can someone say such a big thing? But according to a recent study, there are 4 such planets in our Milky Way galaxy on which such advanced alien civilizations are flourishing, which can attack us anytime. What if those planets do not have only alien life, but also intelligent alien life, which wage war on our civilization? Are we ready to face these advanced civilizations today? Do we have such advanced technology that can protect us from them? And what will be the protocol of our world? Will the governments go here and there? By what method will they think of fighting them? Are all this prepared? No, well, in today's video we will find out exactly this. So let's get started. So friends, as soon as you hear about the word alien, I am pretty sure an image must have been created in your mind: a very big head, a colorful body, eyes as big as a tennis ball, and an antenna similar to this on the head. Now why wouldn't it be like this? Because from childhood till now we have been shown aliens like this in all movies and TV shows. But let me remind you that in reality, any living thing existing outside the Earth in the entire universe is nothing but alien. And whether it is a creature as big as humans like us, or a creature looking like humans like us, or even a microscopic microorganism. And it is also possible that it is not DNA and RNA based, meaning that they are reptiles. The goal of their biological structure is also to replicate. But that molecule is not DNA but something else. And as a result, some such strange types of creatures are being created, which you cannot even imagine. And that is why whenever an astronaut comes back to Earth after visiting space, he is quarantined for 3 to 4 weeks, so that if by chance any microscopic organism comes to Earth with him, then a new pandemic may start. But if some alien organisms do something like this to the Earth, then don't worry, we have a plan for that. The plan is quite simple, but the risk is very high, and as the saying goes, take the risk and lose the chance of winning. And that is why how will we implement the plan in such a situation, which we have learned from our history. If you don't have the technique to fight, even then just fight dirty, and we will have to do something like this. The first step of the fight will be to use space debris. You see, space debris, that is, basically non-commissioned satellites and small metal pieces coming out of rocket launches. Now the mass of these objects may be less, but they revolve around the Earth. While doing so, their speed increases many times more than the speed of sound, which creates a lot of kinetic energy. Essentially, in space, even a small piece of debris as small as a screw can destroy a spacecraft made of titanium by making a hole in it. So, we just have to create a protection layer filled with debris around the Earth. We can do this by destroying our own satellites revolving around our planet. This can be done as a defensive measure to protect ourselves. Now this shield will prevent large amounts of alien spacecraft from entering the orbit. And as soon as this orbital fight begins, then we will move towards our second step, attack during entry. You know, think of it like you have a fort of your own, and you are preventing the enemies from capturing your fort, just like the old leaders used to do in history. So, as soon as a spacecraft enters the Earth's atmosphere, then due to the friction with the air, the temperature reaches 1178 degrees Celsius, which is the temperature of the Sun. It has to face temperatures that are twice higher than the temperature of the Earth. And the eventual heat and thermal energy destroys many communication devices and onboard sensors of the spacecraft. Now, if alien spacecrafts also have to face such effects, then at that time we will use the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System, which is an anti-ballistic missile defense system of the U.S., designed to shoot down short, medium, and intermediate range ballistic missiles. What will happen is that their sensors will stop working. Now, if there are no sensors, how will they be able to detect any object? And as soon as all their sensors get deactivated, then comes the turn of Step 3, nuclear war. In this, we will use guerrilla warfare, which is one of the best war tactics. Basically, what happens in this is that you attack your enemy without his knowledge, meaning that first our armies will be divided into 2 parts. When the first group attacks in the war, then the second group will hide and wait for the enemy. As soon as the enemy attacks, the army will join this war, the hidden forces will start attacking them, and the enemy may come to an end. But wait a minute, there is no need to get too excited or happy after hearing the plan, because till now we do not even know who the people to whom we have sent the letter are. How do the plans made to destroy them actually look, and what are their requirements? Who knows? The biological structure of the nuclear weapons that we are planning to use is such that instead of destroying them, they are making them even more powerful. I mean, it is also possible that their parallel evolution has happened in such a way that the things that are harmful for us are harmless for them, and they get an unfair advantage against us in our environment itself. But wait, in the midst of this war, we forgot a simple way which we have been using for a long time, Even during the war going on between two countries, yes, that is, sitting face to face, and communicating and finding a solution to the problem which is in the mutual interest of both. But this is not a real plan because till now the government of any country has not made any protocols for alien invasion, and has not even set the parameters of negotiation, but there we can predict what the basic protocols will be. So the first obvious would be lockdown, how to deal with which we have learned well in the last 2 years, and if the situation seems to be getting worse, then the second important option would be the big bunkers built during the Cold War in which lots of people can be easily hidden. But if seen, all this may not be needed because the problem cannot be allowed to grow so much till the last moment. Right, because the destruction will be very high, and that is why. We have SETI, which detects alien signals coming from many light years away and warns us. Now what is SETI, and how does it work? I have discussed all this in videos earlier, but let's recall it once in short. Well, SETI means Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, which has its own radio telescope, Allen Telescope Ray, which was launched in 2007. The function of this telescope is also as simple as other telescopes, but the special thing is that it detects and studies low-energy waves of many cosmic structures simultaneously in 4 different bands for 24 hours. But still in recent years, after observing so many suspicions, they have been named as alien signals without doing any research on them, and after hearing this news, many people blindly believed it, and due to these suspicions, it has become very difficult to understand the truth behind all this, and that is why SETI has launched such a device with the help of which you can study the signals sitting at home and find out whether it is an alien signal or not, and that device is Rio's Scale Calculator. This scale has been developed by astronomers Ivan Elmore and Jill Tatar, so that we get to know how important the discovery is or whether it is earth-shattering. Basically, this scale measures whether the signal has come from outer space or is man-made and determines it. On this scale, there are numbers from 0 to 10. 0 means no importance, 10 means extraordinarily important. For example, in the meantime, a news went viral that a facial structure was seen on the surface of Mars, and as soon as this news went viral without any study, everyone blindly believed it. But when it was studied at the first stage, its Rio scale was only 2, and after the next study it became 0, because in reality, there was no such structure there. Well, it is like we are seeing clouds in the sky, and after continuously watching it, we are seeing different structures in it, but in reality those structures do not exist at all. This is nothing but a visual illusion. Well, as we all know, whatever our senses see or feel, our brain interprets it, but sometimes the interpretation done by it proves wrong, and we start seeing or experiencing strange things. Now look at all these images. It does not seem like someone is sitting in it, or look at this. In this the whole pyramid of Egypt is visible. All these are examples of paradise in which man tries to find a pattern in any non-living object. But the thing to think about here for a minute is whether the aliens present in the vast space will really attack us. It is also possible that they want to extend a hand of friendship instead of fighting with us. We never know. We are just assuming that they will hurt us. Why? Because on this earth our structured DNA has evolved in such a way that we always think that for something to survive, someone else has to be destroyed, and we are connecting this silent psychological quest for power and control with alien species also because this has always happened in our world also. Till now, all the more knowledgeable or advanced civilizations have been evaded and enslaved by looting or destroying their civilizations, and we have taken full advantage of them. Take the example of Christopher Columbus when he crossed the Atlantic Ocean in search of India. When Columbus set out to cross the ocean, he found America instead of India. Columbus mistook the Native Americans as Indians and noticed that the natives were so technologically advanced that they did not allow any outsider to settle there. That is why Columbus first enslaved them, and then made them slaves in a big way. All of them were killed mercilessly, but with time, the thinking of humans also changed. As there was abundance from scarcity, humans started becoming more ultra-trusted. In fact, today there is hardly any person in the world who would intentionally wish ill for someone else. So those civilizations do not think like us. I mean, it is possible that before we attack them, they may attack us. What will happen then? Well, to test this reaction of people, in 1930, when fake news of alien attack went viral on a radio show in the US, there was panic in the whole of the US. Everyone was literally leaving their homes and running away. In fact, there were some people who were choosing the path of suicide so as not to die at the hands of aliens. Which clearly shows that I don't know about the government, but people are clearly not ready. What about you? Are you guys ready for an alien invasion? What will be your reaction if such an invasion happens? If you learned anything new from this video, do give a like and press the bell notification so that you do not miss any of our upcoming video updates. Next time, friends, then as always, stay curious, keep learning and keep growing. Jai Hind.